Hey, good morning, Choice Residential. Hope your day is off to a great start. So, today I want to talk about the sex offender registry and what your duty and obligations are as a buyer's agent and a listing agent if someone does live in close proximity to a listing who is on the sex offender registry. The first thing to know is that this is not considered a material fact. So, even if you know that someone who is on the registry lives next door, lives in the neighborhood, or lives in any close proximity to the house, that is not something you have to voluntarily disclose. However, keep in mind, as with anything, you're not allowed to lie about it either. So if you happen to know that a sex offender who is on the registry lives nearby and you are asked directly about it, you can either choose not to answer the question or you need to answer it honestly. You can't lie about it. But you're not obligated, it is not your duty to discover if someone on the registry is living in close proximity. So that does not need to be a step when you're taking a listing to try and discover that information. It is not considered to be a material fact. Now, as a buyer's agent, same thing. There's no obligation for you to discover when your client wants to make an offer on a house if someone in the area is on the sex offender registry. However, that can change if you know that that is an important detail for that client. So if you know that someone has a particular aversion to that particular concern, then it would be your obligation to either discover that information, or the better way to do it would be actually just to provide them the information on how that buyer can then go and research it themselves. So provide them a link to the sex offender registry or any other relevant data set that they can use to go research it themselves. And so we had an example recently where an agent helped a buyer make an offer on a property. They went under contract, and a few weeks later, the buyer discovered that someone in the neighborhood was on the sex offender registry list, and they decided to terminate that contract. So the question was, did our agent do anything wrong? Did they have a duty to discover that? And the answer was no. But moving forward, now knowing that that client has a particular desire not to be located near a sex offender, someone who's on the registry, now that agent does have a duty to either discover it or to provide proper resources to the buyer so that they can discover it on their own. This can be a very sensitive topic, but the thing I want you to take away is that in North Carolina, it is not considered to be a material fact if a sex offender lives in the area. But you as an agent need to be protecting your clients in such a way that if you know it's important to them, then it does become something that you have a fiduciary duty to help them discover. If you have any specific questions on this, as always, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you. Until next time, take care.